So, as you all probably already know, well, most of you, Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, has retired from working with the game, but not completely. To my knowledge, I have watched a couple of videos on this. I've watched Daco's, and if you want to watch his, in the corner, right here, in the corner, I'll put it right there. He has a really great, in-depth description and explanation of why this has all happened, and Fusion Z Gamer also did a little segment on that as well. But I am just here. I don't want to get into like why and how and what happened with that, because it's a very controversial thing that happened with Scott and a lot of his fans, and I don't really want to get into all that. Again, Daco made a really good video on it and all that happened, the reasons, and his thoughts, and I thought that it was a really good opinion, what he said, so definitely please check his out. But I'm just here to say that I am, number one, really happy for Scott to have retired, and now he can spend time with his family and use the very hard-earned money from FNAF to do whatever he wants to do, and I'm really happy for him, just as I hope most of the FNAF community, if not all, are. And I'm also at the same time really upset, because when I heard about this, I had to process it. I didn't really think it was real at first, because I was like, wait, how? It was the same with when Daft Punk broke up. I kind of had to process that, and I didn't really think it was real at first time. And now hearing that Scott has retired, I still really can't come to think that that's real. But he did, I think it was a tweet he sent out that he was officially retiring, but he's not. FNAF is not going to stop. It is never going to stop, ever. He's going to hand it off to another company, hopefully Steelwool, because they've done a really great job with the FNAF VR, and they're helping with Security Breach, and I really hope that nothing bad is going to happen with the Security Breach, because I'm really, really hyped for that, as everybody else is, and I hope that nothing bad is going to happen to it. I know that it is delayed for quite a while, but I hope that it's not going to be completely canceled, as well as the FNAF movie, and I hope that Scott will be working behind the scenes with that, because he's not completely like trying to forget about FNAF. He's just not gonna be like the main guy, you know, like he's gonna be working behind the scenes and not really putting himself out there. I don't think he's going to be doing any Reddit posts or tweets anymore because of all the controversy. So that's really upsetting. But still, I'm glad that he's not fully like given up FNAF and stopped it, because I hope that the company that he gives it off to will take really good care of it, and I know that they will. Sorry, and I really hope that it's Steelwool, because they've done a really great job. But overall, with all this happening, it's really upsetting, because FNAF is a really big part of my life, and it's really what made me start YouTube, which is true for a lot of other YouTubers like Daco, 8-Bit Ryan, Fusion Z. It's just really sad to see Scott do that, because, especially because that it's of the messages that he's been getting from other people and the threats and all of that. I'm not gonna really get into that, but it's just really sad to see that, because FNAF is like my childhood, because I don't even know when I found out about it. It had to be at least in like 2015. I don't know, but I had heard this thing about this new horror game floating around. I didn't really pay attention to it until I saw my cousin playing FNAF in the car on her tablet, FNAF 2, and that's when I kind of really got into it, and I was like, hold on, this is really cool. And so I started looking at videos about it. I hadn't really played it, but after a long time, I finally got my mom to buy some of the games, and I had a really great time playing them, and the story is really confusing, but It is a very interesting concept, the entire game. So many fan games have been made about it, all these talented people making art and games, and especially MatPat, decoding the lore, And I hope that nothing is going to happen to the lore with whoever he passes it on to. I hope that they're not gonna change it or anything, or add something absolutely crazy to it that we really can't comprehend. But I do like the direction where it's going, and I hope that it will continue to stay in that direction and continue to grow, of course, because FNAF is not dead. It has never been dead. As in fact, there is no such thing as a dead game. Absolutely no such thing as that. If you want to say that a game is dead, fine, that's your opinion. But in my opinion, games are never dead. There's no such thing. Because out there is going to be hundreds or even thousands of people playing the game that you call is dead. And it really upsets me to hear that some people think that FNAF is a dead game, that it's a cringe game, which I respect, because there is some content out there that is quote-unquote cringy, but it doesn't make the entire game bad. The fandom is what bad, and I think that the FNAF fandom is in a really good spot right now, and it has been for a long time, except for just a few things. And even with the cringe stuff, it's really funny to look at. We shouldn't really take it seriously and bully the people who make the quote-unquote cringe content. We should never do any of that. We just need to laugh it off, congratulate them for even trying to make something, because truly, the person who is making fun of them would never even try to make a game. So, all in all, I think that the stuff that has come out of FNAF, the great people, the YouTubers, the YouTubers, there are many people who have gotten incredibly famous off of FNAF, and I think that is an incredible thing, and there are people who have gotten to know Scott personally, such as Daco, and I feel like that's a really good relationship to have. But to wrap this up, it's really sad news to hear, but at the same time, it's a really good thing for Scott to do, and I don't know if it's completely good for the community, because I think everyone's kind of going a little bit crazy right now about it, but I think it's going to be really good from here on out, and I don't think anything bad is going to happen to FNAF at all. And it is a very big part of me. I've made a lot of friends from FNAF. Usually, when I was back in elementary school, the first thing I would make new friends, and I'd say, hey, do you like FNAF? And they'd be like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, okay, we're friends now. And that's how I've met a lot of my friends. And in fact, one of my friends is going to come over for a sleepover today, and I met her through FNAF. And I think that's a very special thing, to meet someone through something that you enjoy and love, and just to see the creator of that game step back, it's kind of heartbreaking, to be honest, and I think that a lot of people, a lot of fans, creators have felt the same way, but we need to remember to be happy for Scott and everybody else who has gone a different direction with their projects and stuff. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I don't want to get into anything about the controversy or anything of that. Again, if you want to see an in-depth thing about that, Daca's video up here. But yeah, expect new videos soon, because it is summer and I have a lot of time to make things, except for in the day, because my mom is upstairs. I'm recording my room right now because my mom is upstairs working, because we share an office. And yeah, expect some really cool things, because a lot of new stuff has come out. Fortnite chapter 1 season 7 has come out, Granny 3, Ice Cream 4. There's a lot of stuff that I really want to get into, and I think it's going to be really fun. And I think in honor of Scott, we might play some FNAF games or FNAF fan games. If you want to see that, comment down below, what game should I play? If you have any suggestions. I also found a new really cool game that I saw an ad for YouTube. I think it's called Blankos. Blankos, that's what it's called, yeah. And I've downloaded it. Might check it out if you want to see that. Like, comment. But, yeah. Thank you so much, Scott. Thank you, everybody who has made the FNAF community what it is. And, yeah, that's all I have to say.